Hello everyone, I'm Monsignor Baker, the very proud rector of Mount St. Mary's Seminary. This little video is just an introduction to the propaedeutic stage of priestly formation, which is housed at the Blessed Stanley Rother House of Formation. This initial stage of formation is not so much about academics, but it's to emphasize the human and spiritual formation of seminarians first entering into priestly formation. I hope you enjoy this video. We're very grateful for all of your spiritual support and also all of your financial support. If you'd like to continue to support us financially, feel free to go to the seminary website. And now, over to Rother House.
Welcome to the Rother House. My name is Father Dan Hanley. I'm the coordinator here in our formation program. And love having this video being made so you can see what we're about. The men are in the midst of the year. We've started it. We're more than a month in now. And really, it's a beautiful time where guys are having a chance to grow in prayer, spending time with our Lord Jesus, especially in the Eucharist, spending time contemplating Him in the Gospel, but also spending time together, growing in fraternity, and working together. Many things going on, a lot of good time together, some recreation. And I really already see, especially Mary's hand in our community life in guiding us and strengthening us together. Now you'll have a chance to hear from some of our men and have a little tour of the Rother House.
They've done a pretty good job of dividing up the time here at the Ruther House, focusing on human, pastoral, spiritual, and intellectual formation. So a lot of prayer, a lot of time for contemplation and just growing in friendship with Jesus. A lot of time for getting to know our fellow seminarians and building that family community. We have a really good group of people here. So we start off with morning prayer and meditation and mass in the morning.
And then we have breakfast together. And then the first class period is around 9:15. And sometimes we may have another class right after at 10:30. The classes vary depending on what's going on.
A few different scholars leading us on the catechism and then on like the general Bible arc, focusing on like the different biblical sacraments and how it all culminates in the Eucharist.
Then we have lunch, and then the afternoons are typically, sometimes there may be some activities.
We'll have Monday and Tuesdays are our work days where we'll work either on the farm or the grotto. Wednesdays we have free, and then on Thursdays we have some small group processing as well as more classes. And Friday's pretty open to just do things in the community.
We have daytime prayer on our own, and we're encouraged to make frequent visits to our Lord in the Blessed Sacrament.
Then we always have a holy hour at 4:30, followed by Vespers, evening prayer, then dinner. And after dinner, some days we have some social time where we do things like sharing, the person sharing their vocation story, followed by night prayer. After night prayer is silence. We maintain that in the community until after morning prayer, and we go out for breakfast the following day. Weekends, Saturdays, that's our cleaning day for going through the entire house and making sure cleaning all the common areas, the chapel, all the spaces, the hallways that we live, because this is the place we want to take care of, and where we live, and want it to be clean and presentable. Once we're done with that, it's free time. You're free to go elsewhere, take care of things. That's the day if we have things like groceries or other errands to run. That's the preferred day, designated day, time for doing so. But you can also meet with people outside, including seminarians from main campus activities, and then be back for night prayer. Sundays, we typically have go to mass in the main campus at the Immaculate Conception, together with the rest of the main campus seminary community.
And then we come back from that and we have some free time before lunch where we usually spend as a community.
Time to play basketball or ping pong or soccer.
Then we have lunch, then more free time. Then we go back for Holy Hour and Vespers up at Immaculate Conception Chapel at the main campus. Then we usually have either a movie night or an open mic night. It's very community centered on Sundays.
Of course, always ends with night prayer. We are in a bit of a technology fast, and phones and computers, all our personal devices, they're all kept in central areas outside of our rooms. We are allowed to access the phones. We can check text once or twice a day as needed. But then general electronic access, it's during our free time on Saturday after we're done with the chores, and then it's our free time all the way until night prayer. Then we have free access to it. But it still has to be in the common areas. We also have, you can choose one afternoon a week during the free time you have between lunch and holy hour, and be able to use that for electronic access as well. But the idea is to, especially so many of us coming from backgrounds where we're just addicted to social media or using technologies and just plugged in and using that as a source of communication or entertainment, or just as a lifeline. It's just putting that aside, and so that when we do pick up technology again on a more fuller basis, we're using it. It's not using us.
Thus far, it's been a good opportunity to just take a breath and focus on just being friends with Jesus, and also an opportunity for more intellectual formation and personal spiritual reading.
It's been wonderful so far. One of the main things is the fraternity coming in was fantastic. All of the guys really just tried to put themselves out there to really make every other person feel welcome here. And it was very Christ-centered from the beginning, where everybody knew the reason why they were here. And if they kind of forgot, then other people or other seminarians would help them to kind of refocus based on, most of the time, example.
Here we have an opportunity to lay the groundwork of a life of prayer as a community. So first, now it's kind of a structured environment where we're doing it as a community, but it's something that just like when you're a kid and you go to Mass, before you can understand why you're going to Mass, you're establishing that practice. So later on, when you kind of understand what you're doing, why you're doing it, that's already been a habit within you. So you make it your own. So the opportunity to really do this as a community and really serving each other in our community, learning how to develop interpersonal relationships. This is just a special opportunity we have here to be able to focus on that without necessarily trying to balance the academics of philosophy and theology.
I would say one thing that it's really helping me with is kind of when you're living with a bunch of guys, you don't really get to pick who you hang out with all the time. So it's really helping to enforce charity for all people and really seeing Christ in everybody else, because dinners and lunches, they're all communal. So you're not able to go off by yourself. You're not able to go off with who you want to be with. So then that allows you to build relationships with everybody that you meet. And that's really key in formation of the priesthood, I think, and as well as just adult, good Catholic life, is just being able to form relationships with everyone. So that's been really key and really helped me personally to be able to build relationships with all different types of people from all different types of backgrounds.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Rother House. Come on in. I'm Gian Gonzalez. I am a seminarian for the Archdiocese of Washington, and just wanted to give you a quick tour of our beautiful house of formation. Here we're on the lowest floor, the T floor, where the offices, some hangout recreational rooms, as well as our classroom is located. And out there at the end of the hall, we have our new gym. Thanks to our donors, we have a full set, full rack, where we're able to just really exercise and learn about maybe how to work out for the first time ever, or to just get to the gym and have that fitness without having it too much of our schedule. Here on the first floor, we have our set of dorm rooms, single use occupancy, we have our beautiful chapel. It is Mary, Mother of Fairest Love, dedicated new chapel. We are still working on some art that we will feature for this, but here is where we have our Mass. This place is really the heart of the propaedeutic stage. Here on the second floor, we have our dining room and kitchen. This is where a majority of our meals take place. We celebrated a few birthdays yesterday, and it was beautiful to have some cake, celebrate the guys. Sometimes we share testimonies, and just a good place for good community. Here at the end of the hall, we have our library, which has a collection of books from different donors, benefactors, and the Daughters of Charity. It features everything from the Church Fathers to great philosophy, the different novels from Tolkien to Chesterton, and a great place for us to kind of quietly read at the end of our day or during breaks.
I'm very grateful for the support we've received, especially the prayers and financial support we've received from all of you out there. So I ask for your continued prayer and support as we continue on this endeavor. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing we're doing here, and I'm glad that you're a part of it. God bless you. Thank you.